What's up, y'all? Welcome to Just Geeking Out. We're here. It is Sunday. It is time for the weekly wrap up. But before we get into things, make sure you like, comment, hit that notification bell, subscribe, please. It's a brand new channel. Trying to build it up. We are already over 100 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for checking out my unboxings and just the commentary going back and forth, man. I want this to be just a place where we can have fun and geek out, debate a little bit, but we're here more so for the enjoyment of geeking out. And today we are here to have a weekly wrap up, which is we go over the geek news for the week. Really not all the news, what really tickles my fancy. Hopefully it tickles yours. And if I miss anything, which I most definitely will, go into the comment section. Let me know what I missed. We can talk about it there. This is a public forum. You guys are all part of this. Anyway, let's get into some news. First bit of news, my own personal news. I got a pickup, man. I picked up this bad boy from Muff Toys, the Protector of Metropolis. I have a whole unboxing on this guy, but pretty much it's a third-party, unlicensed Clark Kent figure. Check this thing out. And of course, under the shirt, can I get it? Under the shirt, it's made so he rips it open and reveals that ass. Look at that ass. It's so freaking dope. Check out the unboxing. It's pretty much right at the top of my videos because it's the latest one. I also picked up this bad boy from Pop Mart. I had no idea what Pop Mart was or even existed, but it's a 6-inch cloth goods Kingdom Come Superman. I'll be doing an unboxing on this very freaking soon. Was in the mall, went into a store called Pop Mart, never heard of it before, and saw this guy loose standing there. And I was like, is that Mezco? And it didn't look like Mezco, because to be real, Mezco's proportions are a little wonky to me. And like the proportions here look so freaking good. And I saw it right there, did a little bit of research, and yeah, it's almost like a hot toy, a miniaturized Hot Toys, especially when it comes to the face. Can't wait to get this guy open for you guys to see it. That will be happening, if not Monday, Tuesday. We'll see how the week goes. But anyway, let's jump into the first bit of news. We got a teaser trailer for The Last of Us 2, Season 2. Last of Us Season 2. It looks freaking good, man. It looks good, and I can already hear the fans talking trash because the actress who plays Abby isn't jacked, which is hilarious to me because when the game came out, the fans of the game hated the fact that Abby was jacked. And now since the actress isn't jacked, they're hating on that. Look, the show is allowed to cast the best actor for the role, and they're also allowed to do their own thing. The Last of Us shines when it sticks to the source material, but it also shines when they go left on it too. The best episode of the season, arguably, is the one with the two dudes who fall in love and spoiler alert, die together. That was the award-winning episode when it came to the actors. So let's let them rock out, and let's not attack these actors for taking the job, especially if you haven't even seen them do the role yet. And the actress that plays Ellie, like the amount of just crap that they went through because she didn't look like the game. We have the game. That's not going anywhere. The show is allowed to do their own thing, and the actresses are dope. So just enjoy it, please, or not enjoy it, but just cut back on the toxicity a little bit, or not. Do whatever you want. What's interesting about the season 2 though, is I heard the creators say it's not The Last of Us Part 2, the game. Like this season happens, I guess, in between the games. And for those of you who played The Last of Us Part 2, you can imagine why they didn't jump to that. You know, they might want to stretch some things out in the in-between. So it's very interesting. This is going to be pretty much an original story showing us how they got to the that community, and I guess how they're thriving there, because The Last of Us Part 2 does pick up after some time has passed. So the creators are kind of like doing their own thing, which I don't mind, because like I said, the episode where they did their own thing and some of the choices they made that was different in the game was also pretty amazing. So I'm excited to see that. You know, the flashback they gave us of her mom, you know, pregnant with her, it was, I mean, chef's kiss. So I'm very excited for The Last of Us Season 2. Next up, okay, so I'm a little behind on some of these video games, and I'm very behind on Marvel Rivals, but apparently it's a huge thing, and we're getting the Fantastic Four in this bad boy. They'll arrive, well, they've already arrived by this point. They arrived January 10th, and a lot of the anime community and the comic book community online, apparently they've been going head to head, man. Basically the anime community are saying that freaking Mr. Fantastic is just biting off of One Piece. And the comic community is like, the Fantastic Four came out in the 1960s, before One Piece was even a thought in the brain of his creator. Probably before the creator was even alive, maybe. I don't know. Fact check me on that. But, so it's funny going back and forth. Real talk though, Fantastic Four came first. And in the words of King Lion, if you don't follow him, he's brilliant. Looney Tunes came first. And if you look at Looney Tunes and those cartoons and Fantastic Four, you can see the inspirations of, you know, dude in One Piece. But it's kind of funny when the communities are just going back and forth, man. That, if we're going to argue about anything, let it be that, right? And and let's stay on Marvel Rivals for a bit. Looks like we're getting Blade in Marvel Rivals Season 2. Apparently some information has leaked. We'll see. Let me know in the comments section. Do I need to get into Marvel Rivals? I don't know. For those of you who love 28 Days Later and 28 weeks later and looking forward to 28 years later, I hate to tell you that Cillian Murphy will not be in it, but he may return in future installments. So in that teaser where we saw that kind of zombie that kind of looked like him, that wasn't him. But the fact that he is down to come back in future installments means his character, he must be alive somewhere in the world, right? So that's pretty dope, but I hate to rain on your parade and yuck your yum. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed again. It will be delayed to March 20th. Not a crazy delay, but they're going to incorporate some of the feedback they gathered over the past months to make a freaking dope game. And I know there are a lot of people angry at this game because it's a black dude in it, but this game is going to be sick. It's going to make all the monies, and I'm happy they're delaying it to make sure it's all perfect. Cynthia, I'm going to say her name so wrong. Erivo, Wicked, Cynthia, she wants to play Storm in X-Men. And yo, honestly, she is such a dope actress, such a dope artist. No hate, she can play Storm in her sleep. Like, that is light work for her. And I'm not saying Storm's a light character. I'm saying that's how dope this actress is. If she wants to play Storm, we need to make it happen. She said, we haven't uncovered how grand she is, all the inner turmoil that she has. So she would like to just like flesh. We haven't seen, Halle Berry did a good job. And at that point in time, they wasn't really trying to, you know, they weren't really trying to invest in Storm live action wise. They didn't get into her character too much. We didn't get into where she's from. She was just purely just a member of the X-Men team in those movies. So yeah, Cynthia, it would be so dope to see her in the MCU version of X-Men or whatever that looks like, and really get into who Storm is. Because we haven't seen that live action yet. I think that'd be freaking dope. And she would kill it. Oh man, so Fantastic Four First Steps, as you know, it is coming out, and the dude that plays Thing says that you may hear it's clobbering time. He was on Jimmy Kimmel. He said he snuck a few in there. We'll see if it makes the cut. But I feel like, especially since it's the MCU, which will lean into the comic book nature of these characters, we most likely, most definitely, most have to hear him say, it's clobbering time. Gots to. So Squid Game Season 2 is set to beat Season 1. But, can you see it? You can't see it. Hold on one second. But. Oof, let me get this bad boy. Monday Night Raw, excuse the mess. I've been doing a lot of unboxings. There's toys everywhere. But Monday Night Raw is set to dethrone Squid Games as the most watched. Monday Night Raw kicked off last Monday on Netflix, and it was amazing, man. It was amazing. The Rock showed up. You got like Roman Reigns beat Solo. The women's championship. What's her name? Her name escapes me. But basically, Nia Jax lost it because Homegirl cashed in. It was fantastic. And on my end, it didn't glitch. It didn't freeze. It was a smooth stream. So WWE is about to kill it on Netflix, taking their brand, which has been global for a very long time, to even more global. It being on Netflix just makes it even more accessible to more people. So Matt Reeves, he's joining in this conversation about the Batman. He was asked on the red carpet that if he thinks his Batman could fit into the James Gunn DCU universe. And he said, it comes down to whether or not it makes sense. They're still tackling the script for part 2, and I know that there's supposed to be a part 3 eventually. And I'm not sure in that timeline when James Gunn wants to have his movie, but James Gunn has already said that his Batman, it's not going to be an origin story. I imagine it's a Batman that's already in this world. So he's not like 2 years in the game, I imagine. So if they're patient and they really want Pattinson to still play Batman and kind of milk the world they're already creating in, which already plays in the kind of fantastical nature. Nothing fantastical happened in the Batman, but the way they filmed it, the tone, the mood, the score, the nature of it made it feel more comic booky than Christopher Nolan's. So just that kind of lends itself to we can believe a Mr. Freeze can pop up and maybe a Superman. So if they wanted to, and they wanted to wait, they can do it with Robert Pattinson after Matt Reeves finishes his run. And Pattinson's Batman will be of the age that possibly James Gunn wants for Batman. But that could be in the next 8 years. So I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't mind there being an Elseworlds where we have 2 different Batmen, because for me, and I might be by myself on this, I don't want Justice League crossovers anytime soon. I think as fans, we forget that these superheroes and these characters have their own worlds. Like Batman, like how are we going to see Batman and Superman team up before we even see Batman and Robin, Batman and Nightwing, Batgirl get thrown in there, Azrael, like he has a whole world. Huntress, spoiler, he has a whole world of heroes and villains that operate in Gotham City that we never get to see in live action. So before we jump into the Justice Leagues and seeing Batman with Superman or Wonder Woman, how about we milk Gotham City for what it's worth? Same thing with Superman. Let's milk the world he's in Metropolis for what it's worth. Let's see Cadmus. Let's see more Star Labs. Let's see Metallo, and of course we're getting Lex Luthor. Let's see Bizarro. Let's milk his world for what it's worth before we start crossing him over. Just my 2 cents. But hey, I would love for Pattinson to mix it up in James Gunn's world, so we'll see what happens there. So the Golden Globes happened, and I just love that this content is getting loved on, because there was a time in which it wouldn't. Shogun not so much, because it has an historical nature, so it's won some. It might have won some awards before the geeky stuff was kind of acknowledged, before like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings kind of broke that class ceiling. It still would have, but it's so dope to see them win for like best drama. We got best actress, we got like best actor. I think we got best supporting actor on Shogun. It's an amazing series. Please go watch it if you haven't. It is chef's kiss. And what also is chef's kiss is the freaking Penguin. Colin Farrell won the Golden Globe for best actor in a TV limited series. Oh man, he talk about someone who disappeared into a role. I feel like he, when it comes to comic, this movie villain, like he's in the same category for me as Heath Ledger and what he did with the Penguin. I mean, same category as freaking Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins, like that ability to transform and to create a character who is both vile and still have enough vulnerability for you to want to go on the journey with them. I mean, the Penguin is amazing. It's literally The Sopranos set in Gotham City, watching this stooge kind of rise to power. Why it kills me that we're not getting the Batman 2 anytime soon. Like, that should have came out this year, right on the coattails of the success of the Penguin. Anyway, we can't all have good things, but you know what is a good freaking thing? Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog, his franchise is worth $1 billion freaking dollars, and I want to open this up because I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog and Zack Snyder's Justice League proved that fans and fandom have power. Because fans hated the first look of Sonic the Hedgehog. Hated it. And they got it changed. And I'm not saying his look is the reason why it grossed $1 billion, but I mean, if people didn't go to the theaters because they didn't connect with the look of it and they just poo-pooed on the whole thing. And of course, we were never supposed to get the Snyder Cut, and, you know, the global thing that happened, I don't want to get a strike on this video, we're allowed to say so many things, opened up a door in the streaming world for Justice League, but it's also because the fans were clamoring for that Snyder Cut. So fans have power. Sometimes it's too much power. We'll see. We got a new look at we got a new look of David Corenswet in Superman. And this image, at first I thought it was AI, not because the image looks fake, because it was just a random image that I believe showed up on USA Today. There's no story behind it. There's nothing to it. You don't even get a full image of the suit. You just got a picture of him just kind of looking off, and it's kind of unremarkable, but I say that in the dopest way. Listen, I'm a shill for Superman. If you can't tell, I love the freaking guy. Toys everywhere. I love Superman. Listen, this is how deep it gets. That's supposed to be me. See the resemblance? I love Superman. So when I say it's unremarkable, I mean it to say that he looks like a regular guy. Just a regular guy. And I think that's what James Gunn is going for with this. You know, when you see images of Henry Cavill, the first images that were released, and Brandon Routh, and I have to believe Christopher Reeve, and even Tyler Hoechlin and Dean Cain, they're just these kind of like heroic images, right? They're very like this, which I love. But every official image of this guy is actually going in the opposite direction. Just a guy putting on his boots, just a guy sitting with his dog. And here, just a guy looking off. You know, There's nothing hard about him. There's nothing intense about him. He's very welcoming. He feels like just like a regular guy. And I think that's what James Gunn is going for. A regular, really good dude, blessed with abilities to help people. And I like it. I like it. It's ballsy. It's ballsy. Let me go on a tangent real quick. It is so ballsy to open up a trailer with Superman crashing down to Earth and spitting up blood. That's ballsy. Because we know Superman's powerful. We assume nothing can harm him. That's the biggest complaint against the character, is that he's boring because he's too powerful. He's overpowered. We know nothing can hurt him except kryptonite. He's boring. So what does James Gunn do? He takes all that away by showing you in his most vulnerable, beat up state. He is taking that gloss off. And I'm sure that's going to be there. But he's showing you a man who is not just being a hero takes work. Standing there and being Superman isn't this effortless thing he just does. No, it takes work. And he spills his blood to help people. I love it. I love everything about it. That's kind of all the news I have this week, man. There were some things that were supposed to go into production. James Gunn was supposed to do a chat about Creature Commandos and then maybe some more DCU stuff. But if you haven't heard, which I'm sure you have heard by this point, there's some crazy freaking fires going on here in Southern California. I live in Burbank, which is, I'm here, and there's like a fire here, there's like a fire there, and little fires there. And so far we're safe. We haven't been given an evacuation order. We're kind of like, it hasn't blown this way, but so many people have been affected by it. And obviously things that were in production might be halted a bit, and news that might have come out this week didn't. So just keep, if you guys pray, please pray for the people that have lost homes and lost loved ones. If you meditate, please meditate on those. If you manifest, please manifest on whatever it is you guys do. Just send, your thoughts and your hearts to the people that have just lost so much in an instant. And I know it happens everywhere. And I'm not trying to single out this specific state, but just anywhere that people are hurting, let's just always try to be sensitive, empathetic, and let our hearts go out. And that could be in Cali, that can be in anywhere in the world. But it is happening in my neck of the woods, so I'm super, sensitive to it. Anyway, enough about that. That's the news I got, man. Again, thank you guys so much for just jumping in. Just a weekly wrap up. Again, I probably missed a million things that happened in the news. I haven't been able to watch much stuff, but I have been playing video games. I haven't had a lot of time these last few weeks, even though we kind of had winter break. That means my son's home from school, which means full on dad mode. But in the time that I did get off and I wasn't doing unboxings or talking to you guys, I've been playing a video game, and I've been playing, you're going to laugh at me, I don't care if you do. I've been playing Life is Strange. Double exposure. I love the Life is Strange series. I like storytelling. I like choose your own adventure. I like the idea of open world. I love this game. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but if it is your cup of tea, man, it's a cup of tea. Anyways, I love you guys. I mean it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out more videos. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll be back. Same super time, same super channel. Peace.